Hey guys, how's it going? It's Cheryl. And in this video, we're going to discuss mental health. Mental health awareness is something that is very near and dear to me. I do advocate for mental health awareness um, because as a child, I was bullied and endured a lot of torment from my fellow peers who ridiculed me as a child when I was a student in grade school because I was different. I predominantly went to an African American school where the students were predominantly African American. And it was myself and another student who were of Asian descent. Kids can be cruel. And kids typically just um, are afraid of what is different to them. So I was called egg roll. I was made fun of. The kids would, pull the corners of their eyes out and make these vocalizations, and it was very difficult. I remember crying every day after school. Um, just being hurt by it, and wondering why was I different. I just wanted to be like everyone else. And then in middle school and then on to high school, I didn't quite fit in, with the typical cliques that were, in high school. But then what I realized is that, once you graduate from high school and you go into the real world, none of that shit even matters. It really doesn't. The cool kids or the jocks or the people who we thought mattered back in high school. In the real life, once you step out of high school, their opinions don't even matter. So, there is that light at the end of the tunnel. You know, Being in my early 40s now and looking back on it, what I would say to my younger self back then is hold your head up high, girl, and don't give a shit about what they think, because later on down the line, it doesn't even matter. And give myself the pep talk that you're beautiful, you're smart, you're going to go far places in life, and just basically say, Cheryl, I love you. Love yourself. However, when we're going through it at the time, that's easier said than done. And it's within those times of extreme difficulty that we may be suffering from, depression or grief and loss, the death of a loved one, or whatever it is that at the time that we may be suffering through, a breakup, divorce, whatever, and we need to reach out to someone. We have to recognize the signs, whether in ourselves or in our loved ones, and try to just be a listening ear and reach out to them and give them the resources that they may need. I mean, at the time, they may not take the resource that you may be referring to them, but as long as you give it to them, and when they're ready to reach out and speak to a counselor or seek some kind of professional help, they'll do it. One thing that I do like that I've actually utilized in the past before, and I've referred it to family members who are in crisis at the time. I mean, in no way, shape, or form am I sponsoring them or am in relation to them or affiliated with them. I'm only sharing this information only because I've used it in the past and I feel that maybe it could help someone else. So I like the crisis text line. I don't know if you guys can see it, maybe the glare from the cameras, on the phone. But anyway, it says crisis text line. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it. I mean, in this day and age in technology, we can text or video chat anybody. So I find it really cool that they actually came up with this crisis text line. And it's basically just, you can send a text message. It says here, and this is off of Wikipedia, okay, the crisis text line. It says, you can reach out to a crisis counselor by texting HOME, HOME, to 741-741, 85258, or 686-868, respectively. So I'll put the link actually in the comments if you guys want to read more about it. But I really find this to be very helpful for those um, people who at the time need to talk to someone and they're not really sure who to reach out to if they don't necessarily want to speak to a family member or a friend. These It says that these are trained crisis counselors that you can talk to if you're in crisis. You know, it's really important that we recognize mental health. Um, it's a stigma I think that we still haven't fully broke through. I think we're cracking the ceiling as of now. I think we can do much better as a society. Um, I know we are moving towards the forefront of awareness of it and acceptance, which is fantastic. But I'd like to see a little bit more of it recognized in the workplace and in other areas of our society, because I think it's really important that, to have a balanced life and to have a balanced mindset and just in all physicality, that it needs to be all the way around something that we need to address. And I really do like it nowadays that when you go to the doctor, I know for myself, I don't know, in other places, when I go to see my primary care physician or my female doctor, my GYN doctor, they do a depression screening, I think it is. And they do ask you like these questions in regards to, depression, so that they can give you the resources that you may need if, in fact, at the time that you take the screening, it shows that you may be showing some signs of depression. So I think that's really, really cool. I mean, I don't remember that happening in the past. So I really think that it's really good that they do that now. Sometimes we don't know how to talk about our feelings, right? A lot of that sometimes comes from childhood. I know for myself, I really wasn't encouraged to discuss my feelings as a child. I was just encouraged to just go to school and just focus on school and just do what I needed to do. So as I became a teenager and a mom and a young adult and into adulthood, I really didn't have the skills that were necessary to have good communication. It actually only is maybe just a couple of years ago that I started to learn how to do that, especially in my field. In the field that I do as a profession, I had to learn those communication skills. And, now I do it for a living, basically. And, it's a little unfortunate that I learned it late, but better late than never. So I encourage for you guys, whoever may be going through something, if you're feeling down and out, if you're, just feel like you're in a rut and you just can't come out of it, I really encourage you guys to, reach out and talk to someone, because we all deserve to have, stable mental health. So if you guys like this video or you like my channel and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and comment if you have any resources in the comment box, and I'll see you guys on the next video.